Now, let's let's touch upon the subject of morality of beliefs. Um, when thinking of morality and ethics, many tend to think of actions and speech rather than beliefs detached from actions and speech. So, you'll find many people saying things like, hey, I don't care what you believe. As long as you don't harm others through your actions and words, you know, I'm totally fine with that, or or something to that effect. But how about mere beliefs themselves? Could simply having a wrong belief about something, uh, even if not expressed or acted upon, be morally praiseworthy or blameworthy? Doesn't human intuition tend to value speech and actions more than mere beliefs of an individual? And if that is the case, then why would a sinful Muslim who merely has a correct belief about God be better than a very generous, kind, and loving non-Muslim who happens to hold a faulty belief about God? Um, okay, so let's first tackle the issue of whether beliefs could be inherently immoral in and of themselves. Um, One thing to consider right from the top is that beliefs form the basis for actions and speech. Let's say, for example, that there is somebody who is completely and unconditionally against the use of modern medicine, and as a result of this, withholds necessary medical treatment from their extremely, he withholds necessary medical treatment from his extremely ill children, who die as a consequence of this withdrawal. Given that the belief itself, given that the belief itself is the primary cause of the harmful action, it becomes difficult not to condemn the belief along with the action as well. Now, let me clarify something. This is not to say that any belief that has the potential to cause harm is worthy of condemnation, because some beliefs are restrained by others, right? So for example, if one merely held the belief that he opposes, modern medicine and favors alternative medicine, yet, in an emergency situation, he is willing to compromise out of sheer necessity to opt for modern medicine, then that's completely different. This is not the same thing as mentioned in the example I gave, where the person's beliefs are that modern medicine are to be avoided completely and unconditionally, even if it results in death. And as shown, that belief in and of itself is morally blameworthy, and one who adopts that belief unjustifiably is likewise morally blameworthy. So as we saw, one correlation between beliefs and actions is that beliefs form the basis for actions. Thus, you can't just say that only harmful actions should be condemned, while completely neglecting to also denounce the harmful beliefs that incited those harmful actions. However, another correlation between the two is that actions themselves could result in the adoption of beliefs. In other words, beliefs could be a consequence of actions. So, for example, let's say that a marketer or a salesperson who works for a tobacco company willfully ignores all scientific research pointing to the harmful effects of cigarette smoking. And thus, in order to ease his conscience and continue working for the tobacco company, he adopts the false belief that smoking isn't that harmful. Or let's say that a doctor intentionally ignores all the medical research that demonstrates that prescribing a certain drug is ill-advised, just so that he could continue prescribing it and earn an extravagant commission. Thus, for financial gain, both the marketer at the tobacco company and the doctor willfully adopt false beliefs in order to continue selling harmful products. These false beliefs were a result of an action, namely the action of neglect. Neglecting to know the truth, neglecting to research and be open to the possibility that they may be doing something wrong. And similarly, like in the previous modern medicine example, we can condemn those adopting these false beliefs because these false beliefs were formed as a result of immoral actions, namely purposeful unwillingness to know the truth. Take another example. Let's say somebody spread false rumors about you and your character. He slandered you, and let's say that the people he spread them to believed what he said about you without questioning or seeking to ascertain the veracity of what he said. Nevertheless, to their credit, they didn't conduct any immoral action towards you based on those rumors, nor did they spread those rumors. They merely and only believed the rumors. Now the question is, can we hold them morally accountable for merely believing the rumors? Well, many would argue yes. And as Islam states, we need to have husn al-dhann, or benefit of the doubt, and ensure we are cautious about blindly believing such unsubstantiated things about people. Or let's say somebody holds racist beliefs, yet never acted in a racist fashion against anybody, never uttered a racial slur, never oppressed anyone on the basis of his race. Wouldn't we still consider that person to be morally blameworthy simply on account of holding such racist beliefs? Most of us would. We believe that the person, morally speaking, ought to not hold these beliefs. That the person should know better. He should know better not to hold these beliefs about other people. Or let's say somebody is a sadist who believes it's okay to take pleasure in the suffering and torture of even innocent people. He doesn't believe that it's okay to actually torture innocent people, but believes it's okay to enjoy watching the torture of innocent people. He harms no one. He doesn't even publicly say he's rejoicing in the suffering of others. He's not even paying money to access these torture videos. He keeps this belief to himself and does not encourage others to torture people. But surely we can still recognize that merely holding such sadistic beliefs is in and of itself morally and ethically wrong.